I do see that more women are starting to take on more responsibility and not feel as held back by, you know, the expectations of a business like media, you know?
Hey everyone, welcome back to American Latino TV. I'm your host, Carolina Trejos. Up next, in finding her voice as a filmmaker, Jackie Quiñones has succeeded at creating a multi-hyphenate career that proves there are no boundaries to the creative process. Born in Queens, New York, to Puerto Rican parents and with a background in the music industry as a hip-hop artist, she then progressed into a theatrical on-camera, acting, marketing, development, and production. Jackie Quiñones' unique insight into the workings of music and filmmaking from both a creative and business perspective make for a savvy, multifaceted talent. Check her out right here on American Latino TV.
My name is Jackie Quiñones, and I am a writer, director, actress, and producer. I am Boricua, well, Nuyorican, really. I grew up in New York City until I was about 10 or 11, and then I moved to Westchester County, so very drastic upbringings. In the city, everything is, you know, especially at the time that I grew up in Queens, it was rough. It was just after the crack cocaine era, and you know, you had to grow up quickly. And then I moved to an area that was much more, there was a lot more access. There was a lot of green fields and lacrosse. I didn't know what lacrosse was, you know, and soccer and sports and whatnot. I was lucky enough to have experienced my childhood in two drastically different economical and sociological sort of aspects. So it definitely created within me this need and this desire to tell stories that express the difference between those two types of ways of growing up or being or living. The way that I came about to the things that I like to write and direct and act in and whatnot, it didn't just happen. I think it was a gradual progression of the things that started to mean more to me the older that I got. And I think it started with me being an angry teenager, like most of us are, you know, and wanting to be a rapper. And I was always writing. I just started writing all this angry rap music. And then the next thing you know, I'm in college in New York City, and one of the people that ended up becoming one of my best friends worked for Puff Daddy at the time. And I was like, you are gonna be my best friend and you are gonna get me a job with Puff. And he was like, I don't even know you. I was like, don't worry, you're gonna get to know me. And then from music, I started working with one of Puff's producers, and he was the person that really told me, you should be an actor. My first day on set was just, it was like action. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. You know, I was just like, all right, I guess I say the line now. So I said the line, they yelled cut, everybody started laughing, and that rush, I was like, oh, this is so cool. I wanna do, this is what I wanna do, this is what I wanna do. Because I realized how many people can be affected by it. Everyone's a little sick. I wasn't cognizant of the fact that Latinos were underrepresented in film and television. I think that became much more clear when I moved from New York to California. And I think I had heard the stories, but it didn't resonate with me because in New York, it's a very different atmosphere. In New York, you know, we understand that Latino is a gambit of colors and backgrounds and even ethnicities. I think in LA, it's much more myopic. And when I started auditioning, I started to realize that I have blue eyes, I have light skin. This was never something I thought about when it came to acting. Obviously in my life, yes, and in the way that other Latinos, you know, thought, you know, that I was different or whatnot, but not in my craft, in my acting, in my filmmaking. It wasn't until I came to LA that it became very apparent, and that was when I started to go, huh, I guess Latino in LA is a specific look. And that was when I started to pay more attention. And I do think it's changing, I definitely do. It takes something like the Rainbow Coalition back in the 70s to bring all different colors together, Asian, Latino, Black, you know, white, to come together and really say, we are all the human race. There is no difference. And we should all be seen equally. And we should all have a voice. And I think it's important that people are seen. And I think that that finally and hopefully is what's happening now. I do see that more women are starting to take on more responsibility and not feel as held back by, the expectations of a business like media, So that's exciting to me. I love seeing my girls just start to puff out their chests and go, it's my turn. I love it.